Right. I do want to reset this. So. How's everyone doing? We should be live. Let me double check. It's been a minute. There we go. How's everyone doing? Well, what's up, everyone? Really quick. Yep, and I know I was just watching a little bit of NFT Pirates before I started this stream, so I know he's streaming right now. It just happened to work out that way. I didn't want to stream too late tonight, so you guys haven't checked him out. It's pretty. I watched a little bit of his stuff. I was too busy working out and doing other things. But how's everyone doing? Pasternak always first and second. Love your idea of not opening any comics. You getting candy? I'm doing the same. Picked one up today. Yeah, right. The one thing I also like about candy is they actually burn the comics, right? After a while, like you just can't buy any more. So I kind of like how Candy has that, you know, set up where it's like, hey, we're gonna give you basically what 5-6 days, something like that, even less than that, to buy the comics, and then after that, it's just no more is gonna be sold, and whatever got bought that's it. So I do like that, and we'll talk about Candy and stuff a little bit today, because I did the same. I actually did buy a few. Sir, Vive time. What's up? Lots happening this week. Yes, lots happening with the crypto event, with Veve and the comic reveal, or at least that's what people think it is. It's like a comic or whatever is involved. I got like a couple things I speculated on. I was gonna make a tweet about it. Maybe I still will tonight after the stream about what I think it is. But yeah, they're gonna announce it here pretty soon, in probably less than 24 hours. It's like an 8-hour difference between now and like where I am in like France or wherever they're at right now. It wouldn't surprise me if we hear about it, like, you know, it's like in the morning for me, or maybe whatever time it is for them. So oh no, it's nice to be streaming again. So the first time I've streamed in like a week and a half, I think, or almost 2 weeks. I think my last stream was on the 15th, which was not this last Monday, but the Monday prior. So awesome. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff happening on Veve too, like drop wise, comics, stuff like that. A few things to talk about. So I'm gonna hang out in here for a little bit, get people filed in. Talk about maybe Omi a little bit too. I did pump today, probably because of the announcement. Some Omi utility. It's kind of just reconfirmed a lot of stuff we already knew, but could touch upon that a little bit tonight, but we'll see. Let's see here. Is this set up? I don't think it is. We'll have to set it up. There we go. Full screened. Back at it. So, is this tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have this numbers and letters united, and then I thought there was another drop. Yeah, this one. Big Trouble. Is anyone going for the Big Trouble drop? I don't know why it moved. Anyone going for this drop? Me personally, I'm skipping. I love the idea. I love the idea of a physical with the secret rare, all that stuff, but with a 50 gem box price, and basically, how many are there of these? There's 20, right? Less than 20. There's 16. Not reload. That's not what I meant to do. Compared to, how many are in this one? So 16. See that? No, you can't. Versus, what, 8 something? 828. Yeah, so you got just shy of a 2% chance of landing the secret rare. I'm not gambling on that personally. So I mean, I think they look cool, all that stuff. I actually kind of like the one that's in color versus the black and white one a bit more personally. For cool concept and idea, but it's just way too much. To be honest, I don't think really, I didn't even know this was dropping or happening. I think this looks like it's an airdrop of some kind, right? Is this like an airdrop or is this something? I don't even know what this is for. Personally. Seamless art blend in the world. Was this an airdrop? It says list price is 0, remaining edition 0, total editions 222. Is this part of like a secret rare drop or something like that? Or let's read the blog really quick because I don't know anything about this, to be honest. Numbers and letters, yada yada. Okay. Wow, list price 200, what is that, euro? I think it's euro. I don't know if it's euro or pounds, to be honest. Only available at the Veve booth at Crypto XR. Oof, okay. So it is a, you know, event exclusive. Interesting. Is this, wait, this is a poster. Shouldn't this be a, like, what's this first edition? Or not first edition. I thought this would be like a con. I guess it's not a con. I'm like, why is this not a con exclusive or like a con thing? But it does say first edition. Yeah, okay, cool. Not sure how much this is gonna go for. If you know, I'm sure it's gonna go for a lot. All right, let's close this really quick. Choo choo, what's up, dude? Yo, Vibes, what's good, dude? Just hanging out. Just hanging out. I know there's a lot of action happening this week, so I wanted to do a quick stream. I'll do another stream this weekend for sure. Get Arcade, yo, what's up, dude? Hope everyone is doing well. So I'm not, dude. It's hard to get the energy up. Like you know, when you finish like 8 hours of work, 9 hours actually, and then you like come home and work out, and then you put on a stream. It's hard to like. I can't keep up with Kid Arcade's energy. Plus, I also cut back on caffeine. The last like 2 days, I kind of told myself, I'm like, because dude, there was a period of time where I was drinking caffeine like morning, afternoon, evening, all the time. It was like coffee in the mornings and afternoons, then it was like energy drinks, sometimes in the afternoons, and then at night or kind of like later in the day. And I was like, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm also like going to the restroom a lot just because the caffeine is just adrenaline and stuff is constantly going. So I'm like, all right, I need to cut back. And like the last like 2 days, I had like the worst withdrawals, like pounding headaches and all kinds of stuff. So it's starting to like mellow out today. So that's good. Vibes, yeah, what's up, dude? This looks pretty cool. I just 200 pounds or euro or whatever it is for this. That's kind of crazy. Kid Arcade, dude, are you going for the Big Trouble drop? Are you going for Big Trouble? The Homer Simpson? I like how it says there's 20 total special hand embellished toys. Yeah, there's only 16 public, so personally I'm skipping. 50 gems is a lot for a 2% chance, less than a 2% chance to go for it. Choo Choo says you'll degen into it. All right, that for me, I don't know, dude. We'll talk about some other drops. I'm not gonna go for it personally. I'm gonna skip. 50 gems is a lot. Because you know why? We got Juggernaut. Believe it or not, I'm a huge Juggernaut fan. Anything X-Men, I love. I think that the collectible looks amazing. The detail. I will say his head looks a little small. Let me actually look at it in 3D. So cover your eyes. You guys are about to get flashbanged. I have not looked at this in 3D yet. I will say it looks amazing. I'm just not a huge fan of the platform. You know, I feel like a lot of collectibles that are on a platform, anytime someone does anything with them, I feel like anytime someone does like AR or does like a video or whatever, usually they cover the platform because the platform is, you know, whatever. Him smashing the whole like Xavier's School of Gifted Youngsters, it's all right. I know the story behind Juggernaut and how he like went through the whole mansion and all that stuff, and like one of the early episodes are like very early on in X-Men and stuff, but I do like the flying rocks. That does look really cool. It's almost like Veve knew that, all right, people will definitely like this upper portion, you know, basically from his below his fist and up, but everything else I'm like, like I was just stoked when I initially saw the article. Let me see here. Dropping soon. Where's the article? There it is. Like when we just saw this, like when I just saw this, I'm like, bro, this looks insane. This looks so good. They knew this upper portion is what everyone wants to see. There's like flying rocks. I'm like, bro, this looks awesome. The rest of it, when I saw the bottom part, like this was the teaser. When I saw the bottom part, I'm like, So believe it or not, personally, I'm passing on this. I do think 2,000 mints or 1,900 mints, whatever, is a little high. Same thing with 50 gem box price. It's a little high. At least for me, it is. I might regret it. Who knows? It might sell it immediately, but I just have a distinct feeling this thing won't sell out, at least immediately. And I do think there's a good chance it'll go below retail. And there's a decent chance I could pick it up for like 40 gems or something like that. I'm not sure. It really depends on how many get bought up in the store. Because if there's a very small amount, it'll kind of hug the box price. But if it's like halfway sold out, you know, there's like barely 1,000 that gets sold, I do think it will be a little bit closer to like 38, maybe a little bit lower personally. And plus, if I'm going to spend 50 gems, just me personally, I'd rather spend it on... I'd rather spend it on this, to be honest. And we'll look at this article right now. I'd rather spend it on the comic. Instead of 50 gems to buy the collectible, which is probably going to go down in price, to be honest. I'd rather buy 7 comics for 50 bucks, personally, because it's like, what, 49 gems for the if you bought 7. So it's like, all right, if I'm going to throw 50 gems at something, I'd rather buy 7 of these and have a good chance of like landing like an ultra rare. You know, secret rare is nice. I actually do like this secret rare. I think it's one of the better looking ones, and it's just like a super clean look of Juggernaut. Dude, the Sentinel one looked... I know it's just the art and stuff back in the day, but the Sentinel one looked terrible. But this one actually looks pretty good. I do like the look of a Juggernaut. Now, the issue is 10,000 mints. That's actually pretty high. That's the only thing that I'm kind of hesitant about. I still don't think it's going to stop me from buying 7 to 10 of these in the market, but 10,000 does seem pretty high for these. I'm trying to remember the last time we had like a 10,000 mint comic. I feel like it's been a while since we've actually had something that's done 10,000 mints. So I'm pretty curious why this one all of a sudden got 10,000 mints. I'm okay. I'm a decent fan of the ultra rare. I think it looks all right. I say Choo Choo agrees with the Juggernaut play, at least the collectible. I think the Juggernaut could go below retail, at least the collectible. The comic, obviously the commons are going to go below retail. I actually really like I'm actually surprised by the art. This thing released in 1963, and I actually really like the art on this. Like Juggernaut's like bursting through a bunch of rubble and like fighting the X-Men and stuff. It looks super cool. I just think it's funny. You kind of look at some of the art. Let's see, open image. When you look at some of the art, you can kind of tell almost like the artists that were doing this, like because they needed to fit this like big text, like featuring the most menacing, indestructible menace, the Juggernaut. Like Cyclops' head is like turned like this, like with his hand out. Like it's just kind of funny how it seems like everything's built around like the text and less about the characters. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it just seems like that seems like an extremely awkward pose for Cyclops to be in. And then Angel, Beast, yeah. Iceman, yeah. Iceman's always throwing some shit. It doesn't really look like he's throwing anything right now, but But this is just a super cool look. I think this looks really, really cool. Close that. 10,000 men seems a little high though. That's the only thing that's kind of like, I'm a little Still 250 secret rares though, so that's still really low. So cool. Doug's gotcha. One of these days, maybe this weekend, we'll watch the Juggernaut bitch video. You guys remember that one? Maybe I'll play like a very, very small taste. I don't want to play it too long. This thing is, no, this thing is very old. There's so many renditions of Juggernaut. It's crazy. I don't know. We'll do it this weekend. That whole, I won't play the whole thing because I think there's like copyright stuff. I remember I got in trouble last time for doing playing too much like X-Men stuff on my stream. But maybe we'll play like a scene or two from that Juggernaut cartoon. What else is going on? These are drops that already happened. Oh yeah, this one. This one was when I saw this drop, this was one of the hardest passes I've ever seen, personally. I didn't think the secret rare would sell out. The second I saw this was over 1,000 mints, I'm like, there's no way this is selling out. Like, there's probably gonna be a lot of people that buy it, but I don't think it's gonna sell out. And sure enough, it did, because for whatever reason, whenever these drops happen that you can select your rarity, and DC is usually the one that does it. They tend to, the secret rares always tend to sell out or do pretty well. This was like a hard pass for me. I just had a feeling, you know, buying 3 different renditions of the same character, and then Batman Who Laughs, who's not an FA, and then buying all 4 of these to get the medal, I didn't think it was worth it personally, so I passed on all these. I might circle back and buy a Robin or something like that. Doesn't really matter to me, but I will say this Batman Who Laughs looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad, but it feels weird. It feels like this drop. This almost feels like a drop that was for like 2001 or like early 2002. Like, it almost seems like this drop was like designed for like early days of Veve, but just got delayed and delayed and delayed, or something happened, who knows. And now they're like, all right, Veve's changed, the market's changed, we should add an airdrop. In addition to that, we should lower the mints a little. But it just seems strange. Like, we haven't had this like pick your rarity, and not only that, but also like this one's more expensive. We haven't had one of those in a long time, where you just get to pick what you want, and there's not a blind box. I feel like it's been a while since we've had that. That's kind of what I mean by like, this feels like a 2001 2002 drop, and like early 2002 drop for some reason. Austin says, I bought 11 of the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 comic at retail the day of release. It was my first Veve purchase in a long time. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Congrats. Did you get anything good? I assume you didn't get a secret rare, or else you would have mentioned it, so. You're going for it? Is it it wasn't the Batman Who Laughs, right? I'm not sure if my chat's delayed or whatever, but. Are you guys talking about Big Trouble or the Juggernaut collectible? Got an ultra rare, and a bunch of commons and uncommons. Check out the prices; they're pretty good. Yeah, dude, that's what I did too. I wish I wasn't at work. I would have bought more. But this is what I pulled in. Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, I got I got 3 commons, a rare, an ultra rare, and 3 uncommons. Yeah, the prices are doing really well on these, from what I've heard. Yeah, this is going for 65 gems, because it's like the first appearance of Prowler. But isn't this also the first? Yeah, it says right here, our first ongoing series of Miles Morales. So that's pretty big deal. See what the commons are doing. Are those above retail? Wow, wow, these are well above retail. Not super above, but pretty much 8 gems. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, it is a first appearance and an ongoing series thing, but like, weren't these selling for pretty cheap before? Let me see. Oh, we got to get rid of this Juggernaut. I want to look at... Dude, Juggernaut's got no cakes. What the heck? That's weird. Maybe it's weird that I'm bringing it up, but that's... For a man of that size, you'd think you would have some, you know, leverage. Do this one. Oh, why is this not working? Oh, these have been like going up and down quite a bit, but yeah, it's crazy to think people were selling these for like 4 or 5 gems for a while. Now they're up to over 7. And this is doing really, really well. Will you sell? Will I sell what? The comics? No, not any time in like the near future. The only one I'm like kind of thinking about selling is like a comic that I currently own is, and I don't know. It depends. I really want a Todd because I do think we're pretty darn close to the bottom on Veve. I don't think we're either. We've already hit the bottom or we're pretty darn close for a lot of collectibles. The only one I'm contemplating selling, just so I could potentially get a Todd, is the Spider-Boy comic secret rare that I have. Just because I'm not like a massive Spider-Boy fan. Like I think he's cool, but it's kind of hard to sell anything Spider-Man related because those things tend to just go up and up and up and up. So there's probably some other stuff I would rather sell first. The only reason why I was thinking about selling Spider-Boy is because it's a comic I won pretty recently. I only paid $7, and I could sell it and get like halfway to a Todd. Which reminds me, what's the Todd at right now? 625. He was a bit lower before. I could have sworn he was in like 580 at some point. My purchase range is, I think, if he gets below 580, maybe even 550. That's kind of like my purchase range. Is if he gets below that, I think it's time to pull the trigger because Todd is just, it's got so much going for it. This was my first ever comic book I bought IRL. Oh, that one. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to remember, what's the first comic book I ever bought? Like, for myself. Don't know off the top of my head. Wasn't even that long ago, which is strange. This is the equivalent of Amazing Spider-Man #1 to Miles Morales. Yeah, right? That's... Spider-Man #1. Hopefully it's just here towards the top. Yeah, like this one. The first ongoing series with Spider-Man. This is the one Austin's talking about. I think at this point everyone knows like what's up with this comic. The first, I don't know why first is in capitals. The first issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man swings into his very first starring series, fresh off the debut. Yeah. Dude, Spider-Man was just insanely popular. It's insane how popular he's become as a superhero. I would say when I was younger, I'm talking like late 90s, early 2000s, I feel like there was a lot of X-Men, a lot of like Batman, not a lot of like Superman stuff. I'm just talking about like what's on TV and stuff I watched like as a kid. It was mostly Batman, a good amount of Spider-Man too, actually. Maybe I was just obsessed with X-Men back in the day. The Vibes can't believe Miles Morales Spider-Man run is so cheap with very little mints. Yeah, it's I probably should re-up on these. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to this sooner or closer, but this has what, 7,500 mints? And this is what I mean, like, why is the Juggernaut one 10,000 mints? Yeah, this one I believe is 7,500 mints. I always found that to be a little off on this one. Cover looks great. I do like the ultra rare. Dude, I so wish I got the SR. What's the SR going for now? Yeah, 350. Unsurprising. Great comic. Any other ones? Any other secret ones? Secret comics that people are overlooking right now? I was laughing at this one earlier, dude. The secret rare, just the look. I don't know why, but that that art is just not different times back then. I'm just gonna say that. It was really low mints. Was this like a really low mint comic, or did it not sell out? This Sentinel one, X-Men 14. Is that still in the store? I have to fill me in. Oh, okay, it's because it's still in the store. I don't think a lot of these got sold. 7,500 editions. Yeah, about half sold. A little under half. Or sorry, a little more than half sold. At least that's what it looks like. Okay, that's why. I'm like, dude, why is there only 50 of these comics on the market? Spider-Man 3 and 14. Yeah. 3. Ooh, those are good calls. Doc Ock. Do I own one of these? Not sure if I own one of these. I should. I think it doesn't usually say right here you like own one. Oh yeah, I do own one edition of it. I do. I don't know. I know in my heart, or I should say in my gut, I should buy more Spider-Man stuff, but I'm just waiting for more. I've been kind of stacking X-Men stuff or buying some stuff on the side. I'll have to, oh yeah, and then Spider-Man, what, 14? That's Sandman? That's Sandman? No, it's Green Goblin. Green Goblin is tough. It's easily the most... Would you say Green Goblin is the most iconic Spider-Man villain? That or like what, like Venom or whatever, but like the Green Goblin is something else. This one does have the most mints of any comic on Veve, 70,000 mints. So it is on the high end for mints, that's for sure. I thought I had a couple copies of these. Yeah, just 2. I think at one point I had like 5. I remember buying into the rare because I really liked the cover on the rare and like the Veve exclusive covers. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, and Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight. Yeah, look at those. Gosh, it's not Luke Cage, but oh, Hero for Hire. You literally said it in the thing, Hero. I cannot spell right now. Hero for Hire #1. I remember I actually had the ultra rare for this for a while, and I sold it. I don't remember for how much, but I did like the cover on the ultra rare. 250 for one of these. How many mints does this have? I feel like it has 10,000. 30,000. Ugh. Okay, that's why. I don't. It feels like nowadays, like anytime, maybe we're just so spoiled, or maybe I'm just like so. Whatever, but I feel like back in the day 30,000 was like, well, that's crazy. Then remember when we were getting like 20,000 mint comics, we're just like, whoa, that's a third. Like we just cut off a whole third. Now we're down to 10,000, and now anything like, I don't know, even like good comics like Juggernaut, it's a good comic. It's not terrible. It's not a grail, but that's at 10,000. Even I'm like, eh. Even as much as I love X-Men, I'm like, at 10,000, little on the high end. And then Werewolf by Night. I haven't looked at that one in a minute, to be honest. I'm just looking at the comments for the most part. $3. Oh, nice little undercut here. Someone did throw one up for $3 here. So it is, I mean, technically, you can buy it and flip it, but it's such marginal profit. It's maybe not worth it. All right. Well, thanks for the recommendations, Bats. Appreciate it. I did want to look at what's up and what's down right now. And so far, I've been really liking using Stacker. Stacker is, I do like this as a website for looking stuff up. Typically, I'll just log in and just look at least the 24, what's up and what's down. What's up right now is the interesting Marvel Zombies #2, probably because there's 1 or 2 listed at most. Yeah, some of the Marvel zombie stuff is going up. I'm curious if that's because did Marvel like make an announcement recently about like Marvel Zombies or something? I think it's a little unusual that Marvel zombie comics are up. Like there just happens to be 2 of them. Same thing with this Uncanny X-Men. I think it's like the trial or like the imprisonment of Magneto. Jungle Action, actually, I think that's another decent one that's overlooked. Killmonger. First appearance of Killmonger. It's nothing insane, but yeah, so we got some stuff that's up quite a bit. I just like looking at what's up in case there's something I do want to sell or something I do have a stack of. I'm like, oh wait, this thing is up 30%. I could probably sell a couple of them, you know, make 15, 20 gems, and now I can buy more comics or whatever. That's what I figured. Like Spider-Man and Green Goblin is like Batman and Joker. That's kind of my thing too. And then what would be the equivalent? Like Venom and Spider-Man is like Batman and Bane in a way. I mean, they're both like just huge, just parallels there. Now you got me thinking, like what's like the Riddler and Mysterio, maybe? I don't know. Somebody not really like. They're kind of both just like deceptive in like their own ways. I don't know how to explain it. Dad Olive, what's up? Yo, Vibes, going for a Gondek London, please. I am not personally. I just have a terrible feeling. All right, before we jump in here, it's just a bit much for me. I like the piece. I think it's cool, and I know you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? But at the same time, for 50 gems. I mean, it would be super cool to get the physical. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I mean, we ran the number. I ran the numbers. I mean, you have less than a 2% chance of getting it. But then again, it's a gamble. And it would be one of the most rare collectibles on the app. I don't know. It might come down to a game time decision. We'll see. I know I said I wouldn't. I know this for sure. I'm on the fence about this. The Big Trouble. I already mentioned it earlier. I'm not playing Juggernaut. The mints are too high. The price is too high, in my opinion. So I'm skipping that. I'd rather spend the $50 on Juggernaut collectible and then buy 7 comics for the same price. That's just me personally. Okay. Wait for the DC comic drop today, even though I knew most would be under retail and ended up getting... Dude, awesome. Let's go. Dude, that's going for a decent amount right now. We'll have to check out Candy. I do have Candy pulled up right here. But we'll check that out a little bit later. I bought 2 comics, but I did not open them. My whole plan for, and I'm just sticking to it no matter what. Okay, maybe I'll open a comic if I can buy a bunch or something, or if they're like really cheap. But for the most part, my whole plan with Candy is just buy comics, don't open them, and just have unopened, just have unopened comics. Because I think I thought I read a thing that said like, I think it's January, sometime end of January, where they're going to be like, all right, either you buy them or they get burned, basically. So the reason why I'm doing unopened product, or basically unopened comics, is because Candy actually burns their comics after a while. Like if people don't buy it, all right, cool, only 1,000 were bought, cool, we'll burn the other, you know, how many thousands were left over. That's the one thing I do like about Candy. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy it and not open it. But with Veve, it's a bit different. It's like you buy it, and if it doesn't sell out, it stays in the store for 13 months, and then it like could potentially get burned, right? I kind of hope Veve / Marvel burns comics a bit more frequently, or if if Marvel slash Veve is going to implement a burning mechanic with comics at some point, that could help a ton. But that's why my plan with Veve and Candy are a bit different. Plus, like, it's hard to keep up with like so many different like NFT platforms and communities and stuff going on, where like it's nice that I can like log into Candy with an interesting drop, buy the thing, and just not look at it and then wait for the next drop. Kind of like Veve in a way, but dude, awesome. Congrats on that. Last time I checked, I thought this legendary was going for like 140. Last time I checked, it could be a bit higher, could be a bit lower. Big trouble for me, yeah. Betty Boop UR is a steal, I think. I'm stacking already. Number 1, and I have a few. Nice. Prince, that's awesome. I didn't go for Betty Boop. I might buy one in the secondary. I didn't bother to try and buy one on the drop, but I knew I could probably get one on the secondary for cheap. I kind of wish if it had like her more classic look, I probably would have gone for it. And there was like a solo drop and like very low mints, I probably would have gone for it. But no, that's a good call on the Betty Boop. Juggernaut doesn't do squats. No, he doesn't. I don't know if my chat is just like super delayed, but maybe it's just me. Let's see here. All right, let's try this. I'm skipping the Mac on deck. I'm keeping my weapon rack to remember. That's good. I still have my weapon rack. I remember he actually signed my weapon rack. At decon, not the last decon, but the decon before. He actually signed it like on my phone. I thought it was pretty cool. LM Bats DC comics on Candy have even less mints and are somehow even cheaper. Yeah. FA Flash comic is disrespected. I might circle back and buy more Flash comics. I actually did land the secret rare on that on the drop. I don't think I think I told you guys on, I don't know if it was my last stream or the stream before, but I did sell. I haven't like completely cashed out. I still have my Bat Cal. I still have a good amount of comics, but I did sell like a lot of my my legendaries and what do you call them, ultra rares or whatever, the epics, and pretty much anything that was worth like a decent amount I pretty much sold months ago, cashed it out, and basically put it into Veve and Omi or other crypto and stuff like that. So it just felt like before they moved to Candy, it just felt like nothing was happening. I'm like, dude, what is the direction of like DC Palm going? You know, there's very little to no news on like the Bat Cows, and a lot of the utilities like underwhelming, and there just wasn't much going on. And they talked about increasing the price of like the comics. I'm like, all right, this is getting weird. Like I wasn't getting, I could fully cash up, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take the stuff that I think is going, that's pretty high right now, and just sell it. So and FA Flash was one of them, so I might circle back around and buy it and do whatever with it. But Slider, what's up, dude? I'm just hanging out. First stream in a while. I'll definitely do another stream this weekend. But yeah. Pixel Trader says Astro Boy first anime so cheap, kind of want to stack. Astro Boy, okay. I know we're supposed to look at this, but let me look at Astro Boy really quick, because I have not looked at Astro Boy in a minute. It's true. FA anime, right? Going for under 20 gems. What was the box price on this? Was it 30 or was it 25? I'm trying to remember. Take a look. 25. I do remember this is like a little kind of an unusual drop. Yep. It'll load. Oh well. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, one's going for 18, 19, 19, 20. It's a cool little, and he actually does have a pretty cool animation. I will give Astro Boy that. So went past it. All right, so what's down today? Fantastic Four Ultra rare. Wow, down 26%. Same thing with this Journey into Mystery, down 19%. Sports Rabid, Amazing Spider-Man Ultra Rare, Incredible Hulk Secret Rare, but that's number 377. Tales to Astonish. I believe that's the first appearance of Abomination. I think so. I think that's his name. Is it Abomination? Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah, there's nothing down so far where I'm just like, wow, people are just completely disrespecting it, or like people are. So occasionally you can find people that like accidentally list something for way too low. I'm curious about this Fantastic Four #1. See if that's still there. I think it was it was the ultra rare. Going for 58. Yeah, that's a pretty significant undercut from 80 to 58. Full black and white. I was never like the biggest fan of the full black and whites or whatever. But I actually really like the rares, where they kind of just color in some of the key characters and everything else is black and white. I actually really like this look. Saying, how you doing? What up, vibes? Yeah, we're just hanging out, looking at some drops. I think you guys might have convinced me to FOMO into Big Trouble. You know, it's like, hey, it's a 50 gem gamble, but if you win, you win pretty darn big, and you get a physical collectible, which you could probably sell for a decent amount on eBay or just people in the community as well. So yeah, you guys might make me FOMO into this. My plan was to be like, I'm not gonna play it, whatever, but it's so tough. Less than 2% chance to get the secret rare. You guys think this is gonna sell out? I think it is. I think there's gonna be a handful of whales that are gonna hard FOMO into this just to get mostly because the physical collectible, but the digital one too is super cool. You know, only 16 of them. I mean, at that point, it makes it. Isn't that these, other than, the Ashton Martin and the like 007 ticket or whatever, but that would make it like one of the scarcest collectibles, right? The one and only. What up, vibes? We are vibing. We're hanging out. D, are you going for Big Trouble? Are you getting into trouble with Big Trouble? I don't know why, but the more I just look at this Homer, see his like belly is just covered in like donut sprinkles, his shoulders and legs are covered with something, and his face is just weird. I haven't actually looked at the collectible, dude. Sorry for the. Oh yeah. All right. I'll hold you to it. You better win the SR, or else I'll be upset. Now you guys might get me to FOMO into it. Okay, this isn't loading. I'll give it like 10 more seconds. Yeah, I think it will sell out. I was not going to go for it, but now I'm not sure. With my luck, I won't hit, but this could be the one. Yep, that's me too. I'm like, dude, I haven't had like a ton. I've gotten pretty lucky a few times. I'll be honest, but like. I mean, this could be the one. This could be it. Me too? Yeah, you'll be upset. All right, that's fine. All right, let's go back to here. So the collections and then leaderboard. What the heck? Oh, do I have to log in now? Hold on one sec. I don't know why it kind of randomly logged me out. Okay, I guess we're good now. Now we're back to here. This changed it all. No, it has not. Leaderboards. Let's look at a random collectible. I wish there was a you know what? You know what'd be hilarious? I don't know why, but like I'd love to see a random button. You click a random button, it shows you a random collectible. And you're like, wow, I haven't thought about that in so long. Let's see who's buying. Like anything that people are like stacking necessarily. Kind of curious who's buying Miles Morales rares, because that's another collectible I've been thinking about. Whoa, there is someone with 54 rares. 8-bit Defender. 19. Mr. Rolex has 16 of these. Yeah, this Miles Morales is another one I'm like keeping my eye on. SRs don't like me, but maybe I'll just be this time. See, that's what everyone's thinking. Like, maybe this time. Even though statistically you have a less than 2% chance, but this could be the time. Could be the time. Ooh, dude, Superman's looking pretty nice. Below 300. What does the metrics look like on this? Not his all-time low. I see at his all-time low. I don't like how this doesn't show all-time low, but I think it pretty much hit bottom at 277. I will say this one does a good job. My NFT tracker does a pretty good job of showing all-time lows. Let's go to collectible. Man. All time. I mean, it says right here, all-time low floor was at 260. Superman's getting pretty cheap. That's another one. It's so hard because I want to buy Todd, Superman, Joker, Miles, Harley Quinn. Like, there's like 5 collectibles. I'm like, all right, I just want to buy it, say I have it. I have the FA, cool, I'm done. It's just so hard now. Yeah, Superman's kind of gone up and down quite a bit. I mean, he's pretty darn low to the floor right now. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Letter says, looks like some of the comics have jumped up, like Star Wars #1, Spider-Boy, and a few others I was looking at today, probably because of the speculation on tomorrow. Now I have to wait to buy more. Yeah, you kind of want to buy it when it's boring now, right? We could talk a little bit about the speculation on the on this, right? Let's find it. Did I go back too far? This. So what is this? We gotta cover up the sound. Anyone know what this is? I think that's what everyone's trying to find out. I know a lot of, I thought about looking at this image and like really zooming in and trying to like mess with some colors and stuff on like what do you call it, like in like Photoshop and stuff. Stay tuned for more. So I think one thing that people are forgetting is like they have comics and crypto. So in my opinion, I don't think it's comics and showroom or anything like that. Personally, I think it's some sort of partnership. I don't know. A lot of people think it's like a grading system. I'm not sure what it is personally. I think it could be one of two things. Either we're gonna get some like Veve exclusive covers. Remember some like the old, sorry for that sound, like these, right? Like imagine we had this as a, I'm talking like the older ones, right? Like this as like, hey, we're gonna start printing Veve exclusive covers physically through Marvel or whoever. I don't know. But then why the partnership with comics and crypto? Like I think it's more community based than that. I feel like it's, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm really curious about the announcement. I did think it was gonna be, let me turn off the sound here. I did think it was gonna be, I'd have to pull up my Google thingy, hold on. My photos, like old photos from DCon of last year. or the year before, I should say. So I thought, let me pull it up here. God, there's so many pictures from DCon 2 years ago. I thought it would be something like this. Let me pause this. Let me drag this. Oh my god, sorry. So I thought it would be something like this. You guys can see that. So this is a video from DCon. I thought it would be one of these things in the background. I don't know if you guys can see that. One thing that you can see. Sorry for the sound. How do I... Let me just mute this. Mute site. I thought it would be one of those like background things where it looks like a digital... Where it looks like a digital like plaque where you can like display your collectibles or something like that. Yeah, saying a cool joke. I look way different back then. And I took a lot of pictures for what's it called? Sleeping Comics, because he was like, oh, could I get some pictures? So I took a bunch of pictures of them together, and I sent Sleeping all these pictures. Alex, that's when I got the logo. Let's go, dude. This is throwing me back. What else am I looking for? Oh, like this. So this is like a clear picture of it. In the background, if you guys can see that in the background, like those like digital display looking things, but maybe they look like a plaque and it's a comic. Like I don't know. Yeah, I did like I did like this picture with Reese. Where's the stud? There's a stud I took a picture with. The guy that looks like a... There he is. There's the stud. Corey. There it is. There he is, right in the middle. Those little displays in the background. Can I zoom in? Nope. No zooming. Not allowed. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those like display looking things. Personally. So I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like they're selling comic display things. I don't know how to work, or maybe it'll filter through. Like maybe if you can somehow connect like your Veve account and you get to pick up to like 10 comics, that'll just kind of like filter through. It'll like show like the comic, the digital comic, and like the mint number, so you can show off like your secret rare, ultra rare, or rare, whatever ones you want, right? And it'll just like filter through and it'll kind of like slowly fade into the next comic. I think that would be super cool, but we'll see. No one really knows. I wish there was a blind box to buy a random unsold collectible for 10 to 15 gems. Can be Stamp or Akbar. I actually like that idea. I would love the idea of something like that. I think that'd be funny. Be like, hey, here's a blind box of the week. There's only 1,000. They cost 10 gems. Whatever you get was whatever you get, and it just picks something random. I think that'd be. I don't actually think that's a bad idea, Gary. I think that's really cool. Hey everyone, hey Vibes, dude, what's up, Big A? Slider, I don't know why they would put a slab if it's not a type of grading and slab. Seems like they are really showcasing the slab. Not sure, but it will be something or a big nothing. You never know. Exactly. It's people are like, oh, it's comics and showrooms. I'm like, please don't like overhype comics and showrooms. Like that was something that was promised to us like over a year ago, and if this is how they're going to present it, I'm like, like you guys put a lot of build. Like I think comics and showroom is just going to be like a tweet or just like a Veve, like what is it called, like a quarterly update or something like that. Like, hey, by the way, we're going to do comics and showroom, you know, now or starting next, you know, next Veve app update or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I mean, Comics and Crypto did do that whole slabbing thing, right? With cherry charts and all that stuff. So I'm not sure if they're going to do actual slabbing, but I do think it would be cool if they, you know, this where like that, if it, let's say it's digital. I'm talking if it's digital, which a lot of people think it's some sort of like digital kind of thing. I think it'd be cool if it towards the top where it actually has the grade, it'll say, the name of the comic, the like a mint number, the rarity. It has all this information on there where it says like, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, rare, mint number 1422, and has all that information. Plus it'll show like a digital display of your comic. I think that'd be cool, but this looks physical. So is Veve going to start doing like physical comic drops? Like, all right, if you buy physical or digital, you get a physical counterpart, except maybe the drops are way more exclusive. It's hard to say. So Jason, what's up, dude? The game changer would be if they were to announce a partnership with CGC. Read the slab, otherwise I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. CGC's been under fire, under some fire recently about misgradings or reslabbing stuff, or giving inappropriate grades, or people send something in and get a reslab. I'm surprised that wasn't like a thing sooner, to be honest. Like whenever you have things like this worth thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially, I'm like, how do you not have an inside guy that's like, yo, I'm gonna send a comic. If you get it, can you give me a 7.5 because my 5.0 is only worth 10 grand, but if it's a 7.5, it's 50 grand. I'll kick you some money. Like I'm surprised that wasn't a thing sooner. Like or maybe it's been going on for a while. Nobody knows, but I've heard that drama with CGC where people are grading stuff higher or lower than it should be, or reslabbing stuff, or Jimbo Lee Lingo, what's up, dude? Hello, Master Vibes. Yeah, dude, we were just looking at pictures earlier from Decon 2 years ago when you gave me the Veve, plaque and all that stuff. So, dude, thank you for that again. Still have it here. Still got all the signatures and everything. Remember those digital displays Dino has one he uses in his live stream? Really? Did you just like steal it, or does he actually have one? That'd be kind of cool. I think it's an electronic frame for your comics you can display. That's what I think too. That is my gut instinct, but I could be wrong. It's hard to say. I think if it was, that'd be super cool. I would definitely have one behind me, as long as it's not like $800 or something like that. Like I would totally buy one of these. Somehow connect my Veve account, and you get to pick up the 10 comics that it just filters through, or even better. I think it'd be super cool if it just filtered through your whole collection, but maybe you can choose ones you can. I mean, I have a feeling you would at least be able to pick your favorites, and it would just filter through those ones over and over and over, put on a 10-second thing. I think I would definitely put it behind me. I want comics in AR you can display on your wall, but that's probably a bit down the road. Yeah, I think so too. We do have like AR, right? But it's kind of finicky, and you have to like tilt the comic a certain way, and it's kind of hard to read. And sometimes the pages take a while to load in AR. Like I flip it and it has like a symbol, but it doesn't load the page. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it. Whatever this is, the crypto event, more drops, a lot of stuff going on. What's up? Dude, I never know how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to call you Adro if you don't mind. My expectations are low, low, low. Remember when they tried to give us those Star Wars posters for comics? Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, I really hope this isn't like comics and showroom. It's like, all right, we've been expecting this for 14 months. Like, please don't tell me this is what this is. I have a feeling it's some sort of either grading system that they're going to implement or a physical comic. I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much, but Slider says, I was in a space around Christmas and the original creator was talking about creating digital comics and seemed like they were already working on it. This might be the partnership, but I don't know. I really hope there's not some grading system with like digital comics. Like, oh, if you have a low mint number, it's a lower grade. Or if you opened it, you lose grading. Like, I don't know why people are even pitching this idea of like, oh, if you open the comic, you like degrade it a little, and people that haven't opened it, I'm like, that defeats the whole point of a digital comic. That was like a thing that David Dio has been saying for like years, like, oh, digital comics are great because you could just read it without damaging your comic. That's something that like every Veve employee pitched, David Dio, Dan, Alex, like all of them, they're just like, yeah, digital comics are great because you can open them and not degrade them or harm the value or whatever, like you can with the physical. But then if you come out with the grading system that's already been inherent in the comic community for decades, now we apply it to digital. It's like, all right, people are going to just put value on it, right? So I don't know if it's whatever. If it's a new and cool way to display your comics, I'm all for it. But if it's like a hard grading system and Veve's going to implement something where now you can organize it by grade level, I'm like, I don't know about that personally. We'll see. We'll see. Dino has it on the wall behind him on live stream and displays different NFTs on it. Not sure if it's the exact one from Veve display or just a similar one. Interesting. Serious question. Would you rather have Miles SR41 or 616? Short answer. Fine. 616. Personally. It's a one of, I'm saying this because 616 is a one of one. I mean, so is a 41, right? But a day could come where Veve releases number 40, 39, whatever, right? 41 is popular now because it's the lowest public mint, but there's a day where the non-public mints might actually be released into the wild, like into the market. It could happen. We don't know. I mean, there's already been some like, right, over the counter trades. There could be a contract where like, hey, you can't sell your collectible for 10 years, but after 10 years, yeah, you could sell it. I don't know. So 616, me personally, is Miles from 616? Is that where he's from? I thought he was from somewhere else. Yeah, he's from 1610. Miles Morales, he's from Earth 1610. Is the home dimension of Miles Morales, who became Spider-Man after Peter Parker at the hands of Kingpin, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, I would still pick 616 regardless, but yeah, if there was like a 161 or a 1610, I just looked it up on Google, and I typed in Miles Morales universe number, and yeah, he's from 1610. So yeah, I mean, there's a 1610 number, I would definitely take it. Oops, never mind. Theoretically. Oh, are you talking about the CGC or the Miles? Well, I mean, even a partnership with CGC would be cool, right? It's whatever. I agree. Oof, that's tough. I think 41 barely edges out 616. I don't think you can go wrong either way, but personally, me personally, I would say 616. He ends up in 616, I guess. Yeah, I guess he ends up there, but in 616 is, I mean, there's going to be 616 collectors regardless, right? Even if that's not like the home dimension or whatever of a character. I think the same people that like Mint 41 also like 616, and I'd be willing to bet they probably, I don't know, both are super good. That's a tough one. Me personally, I think it's 616, but the lowest public mint might not always be the lowest public mint. That's my 616 is, that's never going to change, but for Mint 41, there could be some public mints in the future. But all right, I think we've speculated on this enough. So pretty cool talk about this. So swap this. Whoa. All right. I don't know, that's my take. Now for Juggernaut, this is going to be a game time decision. We'll see. It really depends. Odds are, like, knowing me, I'll probably end up forgetting about the drop and not playing it and being like, oh, I wouldn't have won anyway. It's just hard because with 50 gems, you can get a lot of good comics with 50 gems. You know, like, let's play a game. I like doing this occasionally. So you have 50 gems. We're looking at comics. Even collectibles. But comics. There's some, like, commons under, say, 5 gems. Between 3 to 5 gems. Organize it by floor price. A lot, like you can buy 10 of these comics that I'm about to show right now for the same price. Because, I mean, let's be realistic. Like, what's the price of this? What's the price of the ultra rare in the secondary market? I think it's gonna be pretty darn low, because everyone's gonna be chasing the SR. I think the ultra rare could go as low as 22 gems on this, and you just lose out on 28. Yeah. But then again, if you do land, get the Miles Morales FA comic for less than 5 gems. Or no, that's Miles Morales. What am I saying? No, this is Spider-Boy. So Spider-Boy's under 5 gems. I don't know. I was looking at it, I'm like, wait, that's not FA Miles Morales. Spider-Boy. For 4 gems right now. Did I do it? Yeah, I did do it by floor price. Blob. I do like the move on Doc Ock. How many mints is this again? Does it say? 30,000 mints on Doc Ock. Still a good pickup if you don't own it. I do need to buy more of these. Uncanny X-Men number 4. I think that's first appearance of Scarlet Witch and a Silver Surfer. Plus, it's just a cool looking comic. I do like this one. Definitely gives me Fantastic Four number 5 vibes. Because they look like little like set pieces for whatever reason. Get yourself some Deadpool FA. Wow, there's not a ton of comics in the 3 to 5 range. Ooh, I might have to pick up some I'm gonna have to pick up some Kingpin. And in this price range, Kingpin, I feel like he's done some pretty erratic movements. If we look at the last even just 18 days, I mean, he's pushed up to 4 gems at one point. I'm trying to remember what it was, or maybe he was like, I'm trying to remember what caused him to go up to 8 gems, but there was something that happened that did cause Kingpin to go up to like 10 gems. And this was still last year. I do like Kingpin a lot, even though it's 30,000 mints at 3.5 gems. I do like that price range. I might pick one up. Mary Jane, first appearance, Carnage. Dude, there's a lot of common comment, a lot of Spider-Man ones too. Like we have Rhino and Carnage and Green Goblin. Kingpin, right? Like Craven the Hunter. I think that's his first appearance too. Like a lot of good Spider-Man common comics in the 3 to 5 range. Like me personally, it's like I'd rather buy 10 to 12, like 10 to 15 of these than buy a Homer Simpson thing that will probably dump in value. But it looks super cool. Don't get me wrong. But if they grade comics, is last mint worthless or is it in a special mint category? Who decides? I don't know, and I really hope it's not up to Veve or Comics and Crypto. It's up to the communities. It's up to the community and buyers and sellers and supply and demand and collectors and all that. It depends. They're the ones that define the price and grade and how valuable it is. Not, hey, we need some sort of scale to grade stuff on something arbitrarily, right? These are digital. This is its own category, right? The value is what's in the mint number, the rarity, maybe the history of the comic. That's something that people aren't valuing right now because it's not easily visible, or Vivi's not super old yet. Because as Veve ages, you have to do something to have you stand out from other comic collectors, right? Or whatever. Like if me and 10 years from now, if me and someone else has the Amazing Spider-Man 50, we both have random, middle of the road mints, let's say if he has mint number 15,000 and I have, not flat, but 15,231 and I have 15,222, I'm like, all right, how am I going to stand out from this guy and make it more valuable? Okay, well, mine's a short history because I minted it originally, or one other person bought it, but his has the long history of like 27 people that have bought and sold this thing over and over, you know. So I do think history is going to play a part in the value at some point, not right now, but as that information becomes more accessible, or as collectors going to find ways to stand out, that could be one. So all these things, in my opinion, play a role in the value of the collectible, and not just, oh, what's the mint number, high or low? Okay, bam, that's the value, and that's it, you know, and the rarity, and that's it. Wampus, what's up, dude? Last mint is money. I do. There's some last mint collectors for sure. I've looked a few times. There's actually quite a few times I looked up just to see if a last mint is available. Usually it gets sniped pretty quickly, but yeah, last mint is also like a true one of one too, right? So it's really, really cool. How can Wolverine avoid being another Hulk and be a top 10 drop? That's a fantastic question. First thing we need is scarcity. Like, he could be the coolest looking collectible, like Iron Man or whatever, with animated claws. You know, he can have a voice like, "What's up, bub?" All that stuff. But if the mint numbers are super high, that doesn't matter. So I think first thing that needs to happen is low mint numbers. I'm talking like Miles Morales mint numbers. If they put Wolverine in the same categories like Miles Morales for like mint numbers, I don't know if he would beat out Miles, but he'd be pretty darn close. I think he would settle somewhere between, I don't know, dude. I mean, Spider-Man fans are huge. He would have to be less than Miles in order for him to beat Miles. He would have to, I don't know, what's I keep forgetting how many mint numbers Miles has. I mean, this page isn't going to show me either. Let's look at the SR. Dang, going for 10 grand. There's 250 in circulation, but that's not involving the withholding. So 190 in circulation. If there was 119 Wolverines or 118, and then like they took off some of that, I don't know. Wolverine would have to be pretty low in order for him to surpass Miles. That's one. Scarcity has got to play a big role. Two, I don't. If they're gonna do like a multi-draw, honestly, Wolverine just needs to be Miles. To be honest, same, like relatively the same mint size, maybe a little bit less. If they're gonna do 3 different variations, make them have different stances. I would love it if they had different versions of him, like him in his like orange and brown suit, and another one in his like classic like yellow and black, or like blue, and then another one maybe he's like Old Man Logan or something like that, or maybe that's like a separate drop. It would kind of suck. Like, I feel like I kind of hope with Wolverine they do all the different versions, so that way we don't get like classic Wolverine and then like all the other Wolverines aren't FA. It's like, I'd rather have it where it's like, all right, let's just get different renditions of Wolverine, have the classic look be the SR, like Old Man is like the rare for like my, you know, kind of Miles, and then like the ultra rare is like the brown and whatever suit, and then the secret rare is the classic look. But I don't know. The heck? Like if they did this for Wolverine. All right. They did like orange suit Wolverine. That's like the ultra rare. They did so they did like orange suit Wolverine, and then if they had like this kind of Wolverine as the SR, and then like maybe, I don't know, like something like this is like the rare. I don't know, like, you know, we have the comic of this. I'm trying to see like, I don't know, something like this. I'm actually, I couldn't care less about Old Man Logan, like whatever. If I had to pick one, I would just want the classic Wolverine. So this one, if I had to pick one, I'd be happy with this one as well. Jason says 250. 250. 250 would be, that'd be the move. Either, okay, what they need to do is either do a single drop of Wolverine, make it under I think 800 editions would be the absolute max I would like to see personally, preferably under 500. Like a solo just drop 500 Wolverines. I don't think that's gonna happen because Wolverine has a huge fan base and a lot of people like him. I think they're gonna do the 3 version iteration of him. Who knows? Maybe it's just the classic version, but in 3 different poses. Like one with his claws, one with his claws like she, then like another animated one. Like who knows? But that'd be my take. Let's get rid of this Juggernaut. We're not really looking at that anymore. So basically, yeah, 250. I'm dying just scrolling the images. I'm dying? What do you mean? Am I going too fast, or you mean like you're just like, I would want all of them? Dude, the Wolverine is just awesome. Dude, I really want to like this Juggernaut, dude. I really want to like it. I really like Juggernaut. He's one of my favorite villains. I just do not like this Professor School thing. I bet you money, anytime someone is going to show this in AR, they're going to do everything they can to hide the platform or put someone's like body or something where the X is, so it makes it look like Juggernaut's like crushing them or something like that. I still like it a lot. I'll still buy it, but probably in the secondary for like, you know, 20 to 30% off. I don't think this is going to sell out personally. I also don't think we have enough like hardcore X-Men fans on the app either to like go ham and just buy all these for 50 bucks, or sorry, 50 gems does seem like quite a bit. So that's my take. I'm trying to like, I like Veve. I like the drops. I'm positive, but at the same time, I have to be realistic with like the drops and like what's gonna happen. Like everyone knows I'm a huge X-Men fan, but I'm like, all right, Juggernaut, 50 gens, kind of high, probably not gonna sell out. Juggernaut comic, I love the look. I think people are gonna buy it. 10,000 mints, a little high. I don't think it's gonna sell out. But I could be wrong about the Juggernaut comic. Collectible, I'm pretty certain it's not gonna sell out. Yeah, dude. I'm stoked for this week. I'm stoked for the announcement, whatever that is tomorrow, whatever the comic thing is. No one knows for certain. I'm not like holding my breath that it's gonna be some amazing thing and it's gonna like revolutionize Veve or comic collecting digitally or whatever. But I think it's gonna be a cool thing, that some partnership, maybe some slab thing. I think that'd be cool. I have, dude, what if they, now that I think about it, do you think they'll just send you a physically slabbed, like, if you did, let's just say you submitted a thing to Veve, or you said like, oh, I want a slab of this, and it's just your Veve, like, it's just your Veve comic, so you can pick a comic, whether it's a Veve exclusive cover or not, and you can like order a slab of it and get like, oh, here's a Veve exclusive cover. I don't know, like imagine if you could get, I mean, it would be pretty darn cool if you could, I don't know, it's a Veve, it's like a cool, oh, I'm gonna grab one with, I think has a cool looking UR. Come on. Let's see here. This one has a pretty cool looking UR. Yeah, like, I don't know, let's just look at this one. So imagine if you could like ask Veve to give you, it's not going to be a slab, like it's not going to get graded at CGC and all this stuff, but they're gonna be like, I like this comic so much, I want this comic, I wanted to show the mint number and the rarity and all that stuff, and I want to get it slabbed, and like you can get a plastic thing in it. I don't know, it's got to be digital. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm not sure if it's gonna, my thing is it gonna be comics we already own, like you could just say, hey, I want a slabbed physical version of this, or it's like, by the way, we're gonna occasionally do drops where if you get lucky and get the SR, or if you just buy the comic, you also get like a physical counterpart. Not sure, but that's the other thing we have to think about, is like it's a partnership with comics and crypto. So I think it's slightly more community based and not like, because it costs money to make a slab, send it, mail it. Like, who's the third party that's going to facilitate all this stuff? Like, I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's. I think it's more of just this. Whatever it is, this is the presentation. I don't think it might not even have anything to do with slabs. It just looks cool in a slab, but we might not even get anything in a slab, right? It's like, oh, here's a cool thing that Veve's going to do in the future or whatever, but it has nothing to do with slabs. It's just presented as a slab because it's about comics or something like that, because it is comics and crypto at the end of the day. But cool, guys. So let's see here. Do you want to look at maybe one more thing and then call it for the night? We've been streaming for a little over an hour. I wanted to cut the stream not too long. We haven't looked at candy at all. I mean, I'll spend 30 seconds looking at it. Long story short, ooh, here's some of the other stuff. Free voter. I didn't even look at all this voter stuff. Where's something recent I got? Date acquired, old, new. Where are my... Where's like my unopened comics? Is that in like in a different section? Like a different section for packs? I don't know. Thought I had it. Maybe it's on a... Oh well, I'll have to figure it out later. These packs are unopened. Not too sure. Oh well. Pretty sure I bought them. Like, pretty darn sure I bought them. But anyway. All right, guys. Unless you guys have any other questions or want to ask me about anything else, thanks for stopping by. Good luck on tomorrow's drop. Hope all of us here get the SR. Somehow we're gonna get more than 16, but good luck on getting the SR. Good luck on any other drops. I'll probably do a stream this Saturday. Tomorrow I'm definitely gonna chill out and just I might, who knows, I might stream if there's some like big enough information or whatever. I might stream, but we'll see. But I hope you guys take care. Double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.